And like, together, she was just Alaska before, and I was trying to. So then, a couple of weeks ago, I had a patient.
Well, you said, I was telling you,
Well, then,
at the nursing home.
yeah, she was given to me because I had a it was not even her friend. I apologize. She's like, I think that was that. It wasn't anything about the lady, but the lady just talked to me. She was the nurse that was there. Nursing home, and she was also started. So she went and she saw now like 4 times in water, and she brushed her hair. We took the water from me and she let me brush her hair, but then she was doing like this, like get out of the room, and then leave the picture of the water, and that's what I promised her I would, and everybody smiled, so I only give a leader, you smile, and I laughed and smiled, and she thought that was so tiny, and she's like, she only smiled to get me out of the room, and I was like, that's so mad, and she would just like try to appreciate. What's that? No, I haven't in 95, but I don't have any.
You know, the plastic ones.
So you did, it doesn't end up with the nasty.
Which I should have put on.
Oh, no, I don't have anything. I mean, at work I wear it in my
Let me know, I'll give you.
I don't even know what that is.
Here, I'll show you.
I saw it.
It's like,
Think of the camera.
I don't even know what that is. It doesn't hurt. I mean, I'll try it. Yeah, I'm so used to it. It's the best. I just like it. That's for good.
live stream. But we live stream Friday night. We do a lot of virtual study sessions. More serious. We live stream. But we live stream Friday night. Study sessions. And we love our conversations. I still consider you a member of the family. Yeah, I forgot. No, actually, I officiated for and was there another family? Well, yeah. So, we go that. And was there another family? So, well, yeah.
Yeah, you can go right this way, just go right around the families all.
They must go.
They are. Just go right around. My recommendation. Russell went to It's like a maze. That's like a cage. Walking down the sidewalk. Walking down the sidewalk.
I don't need her to be upset or look at death or anything. It's okay. It's okay. It's not really safe. It's not family. It's like this. Like I never even considered that she would be.
Watch everybody. Watch
So before we begin our services, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just ask if everyone could please turn off or silence all electronic devices. Thank you. So before we begin our services, ladies and gentlemen, we'll just ask if everyone could please turn off or silence all electronic devices. Thank you.
As we begin, we're going to tear the ribbon you're wearing as a sign of mourning. And it's the oldest sign of mourning in Judaism. As we begin, and it reminds us how our heart is torn. And so if you would repeat the blessing after me, Baruch, and it reminds us how our heart is Zion. So if you would repeat the blessing, blessed are you, eternal God, judge of the truth. Zion. And Joshua's going to assist you, blessing. Blessed are you, eternal God, judge of the truth. Zion. And Joshua's going to assist you, blessing. Blessed are you, eternal God, judge of the truth. Zion. And Joshua's going to assist you, blessing. Blessed are you, eternal God, judge of the truth. I have found that in times of separation and loss and sorrow, the Psalms can bring much comfort and solace. And in this spirit, I now recite from the 23rd Psalm, the great Psalm of faith and solace. And these words remind us that even when we feel alone or lonely, we are never truly alone. For God is with us. And we know that God is with us. We're lonely, we are never truly alone. For God is with us. And you may join with me if you're familiar with this psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And you may join with me. He maketh me to lie down in his pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. I shall not want. And he restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, to me of death. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil. Thou preparest my cup in the presence of mine over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord. Goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord. I continue with this modern day poem which we do read at our synagogue at Temple Emmanuel from time to time. Of the Lord. I continue with this, and I read it in memory of Muriel and in memory of all of our loved ones. I continue with this, and I read it at the rising of the sun of Muriel and at its going down of all of our loved ones. We remember them. And I read it at the rising of the sun, at the blowing of the wind, and in the chill of winter we remember them. We at the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. And in the chill of winter, and the blueness of the skies, and in the warmth of summer, at the opening of the buds, and we remember them. We remember them. At the rustling of the leaves of the skies, and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. At the opening of the buds, at the beginning of the year, and when it ends. At the rustling of the leaves of the skies, and remember them. As long as we live, they too will live, for they are now a part of us. As long as we live, they too, when we are weary and in need of strength, when we are lost and sick of heart, when we have joy we crave to share, when we have decisions that are difficult to make, when we have achievements that are based on theirs, we remember them. As long as we live, they too will decisions that are difficult. They are now a part of achievements of us that are based on theirs. We remember them. As we remember as we live. They too will decisions that are difficult. They are now a part of achievements. We will remember as we remember Muriel, Aunt Mickey, Nana. We will remember. She was memorable, unique, one of a kind, Nana, innovative, and inventive, memorable. First, there is the matter of her name, Mickey. Innovative. Well, it's sort of like Mickey Mouse. First, there is the first animated character ever, and our Mickey was likewise quiet, but a great observer. Is the first animated character ever. In her own way, she wasn't really a real people person, but a great observer. Therefore, our loss is sad and profound, because Muriel was such a constant loss and a positive presence and profound. She was always there for you, her dear family, ready to offer assistance, to show care and concern, presence, wanting to help. She was always, indeed, the greatest joy in life is to be able to say, I still have something to do, show care, I want to accomplish yet more, wanting to help. And so she did. Indeed, the greatest joy in life is to be able to say, Muriel has something to do, quoting, I want to accomplish. Muriel was like her father's son. There were no sons, but she was the son. Muriel, because she was very handy, and she could fix. There were any sons, but she was the son. Making you could look at an object. She was very determined how to make it. She could fix. She was certainly ahead of her time, and she could have been anything she aspired to. She attended vocational high school and became a musician and finished anything she and a very talented one at that. She attended vocational high school. Her father died when she was 18 years old, and she learned early on the meaning of hard work and diligence. She landed a unique opportunity to work on Madison Avenue in New York City, and she was the hairstylist for prominent clients like Madame Cartier, and she was a Patty hairstylist for prominent. She also was Madame Cartier, a manicurist for many celebrities. She also, in the 1970s, she became the first woman to be employed by Kodak to become in the 1970s, she became the first woman to be employed. She was always available hands-on person. She liked to sew and do needlepoint and crochet. She had an engineering mind. She liked to sew, but she couldn't spell, and she never drove a car. Other than that, she was a Renaissance person. Most of all, Muriel loved you. She never drove her family. Other than that, she was a Renaissance. She would do anything and everything for you. Most of all, and for her loved you. She never drove her family. How she loved you, Margot. Her devoted, she loved anything and every done for you. Your mom lived with you for 32 years. Her devoted, and without a doubt, you added to the quantity and quality of her years. Without a doubt, you added, and how she loved you, her grandchildren, you were the light quality of her life, of her Vanessa, Adam. And your Nana was so proud of you, and children proud of your accomplishments, her life, and proud of you of the bright, sensitive, and caring family that you are. Your Nana was so proud of you, and children. I know that you have many warm, personal, rich memories of your Nana Mickey. We may hear some of those actually, but I think I was told you to build Legos with you, Nana Mickey. Or build anything. We may hear I hear connects. I had to ask my grandkids how to spell that. Puzzles, maybe, magic tricks, all of that. Connects. I had to ask my grandkids how to spell that. She felt your constant support, care, concern, magic tricks, all of that. I believe that Vicky might say to all of us right now, don't mourn. I believe that Vicky might say to, for I did not lead a mournful life, and no, in the balance, she certainly did not. She would say that she did not lead a mournful, a long, in the balance, full, she certainly fulfilling. She would say purposeful life that she did not lead. She would go on to say, and I think she did, I made good decisions. I had 2 good marriages. She would go on to say, I feel blessed in all things. I made good decisions. We realize how much she taught us in terms of her giving, caring, and loving. I feel blessed in all things. She loved. We realize how much she taught us in terms of giving, caring, and loving. And we know that this love has not ended now with her passing. Her bright light in terms of giving, caring, and loving can never be extinguished. And we know that this love has not ended in Muriel's memory made her bright light all the more precious to us, and made her memory inspire us to labor memory will, in which every life shall find its fulfillment, as she found, made her memory inspire us to labor. For as long as we live, she too will live. Every life shall, for she is now a part, as she found us, made her memory inspire as we us. Remember, as long as we live, she too will live. And to keep those memories going, I would like to call on Vanessa and Adam. Remember, as long as say a few words. And to keep those memories going, I would like to call on Vanessa and Adam. Remember, as long as say a few words. And to keep those memories going, I would like to call on Vanessa and Adam. As long as say a few words, to keep those memories going, I would like to call on Vanessa and Adam.
Won't need the microphone.
As long as say a few words, to keep those memories going, I would like to call on Vanessa and
Won't
Adam.
need the microphone.
As long as say a few words, to keep those memories going, I would like to call on Vanessa and
Won't
Adam.
need the microphone.
So, like you said, Nana was always there for me, for all of us, all the time. Not a day went by where she wasn't always trying to help or be
Like you said,
supportive in one way or another. Was always there for me. fixing things. She always had a solution. I would always use her tools. She would teach me how to use them to make things easier for myself. She always had a solution. She was always keep me busy and never felt down and never noticed she was sad ever. Just always knew what to do, and she was always keep me busy and never felt down and never noticed she was sad ever. I don't know, just did a lot growing up. You know, she was always into something. If it wasn't gardening or we had parakeets when we were younger. Did a lot growing up. That was always cool. So we always had some birds around the house. I just remember growing up, playing with birds, parakeets when we were younger. Setting up little obstacle courses and tricks. And birds always a big time. Remember growing up, playing with birds, parakeets when we were younger. Setting up little obstacle courses. Anything and everything that she would do for me, or we would do. Everything from cooking to playing games, Keno and other card games, everything that she would do for me. Or always cooking, everything from cooking, or just like playing on the floor with all like her other things that she had around the house, you know, on the dressers, on the countertops, to the floor, that you know, just floor tools and everything, and hide stuff everywhere. She would always tell me how she was finding one thing or another that I left there somewhere. The floor, that you know, tools and everything, and hide stuff everywhere. She would always tell me how. Just when I was younger, just remember reading poems and things that she had in a book, like was about animals or other things going on at the time. When I was younger, just remember reading poems and things that she had in a book, like things I would never have done any other time, like listening to classical music and things I would never have done any other time, like listening to classical music and things I would never have done any other time, like listening. It was a good time. I remember when I was younger, definitely building connects and all types of models. I kind of forgot about that a little bit, but yeah, I remember we were doing so our fingers were hurting. Eventually, she came up with a way to use pliers. Kind of forgot about them all together, so your fingers with your hands. What we were doing so our fingers were so hurting. She definitely was very smart with trying to make things easier. Kind of forgot about them all together, so your fingers with your hands. Yeah, I mean, she loved me every day. Definitely, there was never a dull moment where she didn't express that. And yeah, I mean, she was so many days over the years, especially late growing up, and having her live in my house, cooking breakfast, and doing like gardening and stuff outside. And funny story, like she always loved the dogs that we had. I remember a long time ago when we had Samson, he was running around the yard. I was really young, and I remember seeing like the dogs that we had. It looked like he had a second tail a long time ago, and he was running around the yard. And I couldn't understand what it was, and she goes outside, and it ends up being like a stocking, like hanging out. Samson had eaten a stocking. She like, I'll never forget today, she just like ran up to it and like pulled it out. It was like the funniest thing ever. Yeah, she was fearless, like, you know, she didn't care. She was like, oh, no, pulled it out. There were definitely a lot of funny times. She was fearless, like, you know, she didn't care. She was like, oh, no, pulled it out. There were definitely a lot of funny times. She was fearless, like, you know, she didn't care.
Thank you so much, Rabbi David. I think they've said it all, but this morning I was just thinking about her, Rabbi David, just sum up some stuff. They've said it all. How do you sum up nearly 100 years in just a few short minutes? Thinking about her, Rabbi David, just sum up some stuff. They've said it all. How do you sum up nearly 100 years in just a few short minutes? Our and Nikki lived a full and wonderful life. Over the past few days, thinking back, I realized that I rarely saw her cry. I rarely saw her upset. Full and wonderful life. She got angry,
over the past few days. Our birthdays were a day apart, and she always said we butted heads like two rams because we were both Capricorns, and we had to have the last word. So my teenage years, with her living in the same house, made for some wild grandmother-granddaughter yelling matches about who was right. They always ended up to have the last word in a loving makeup. So my teenage years. So yes, I definitely saw her and angry and frustrated by both of us kids. But I rarely saw her sad. They always ended up. She was a strong and in a loving makeup. Pull up your bootstraps and work with whatever situation frustrated by both of us kids. She was a fixer. Whether it was a broken watch or a doll part, a no-control race car, or a last-minute project that had to be handed in the next morning, and I was losing my mind about it, she'd find a creative way to fix it, usually involving duct tape or a school project that she always had an answer, the right answer. In my mind about it, she was so resourceful, so resilient, usually involving. So I rarely ever saw her sad. She moved in with us when I was 8 years old. I remember the first photo that we took together in front of the house. And it just felt like she was primarily longer visit than usual. I had no idea at the time that she'd not only be moving into our house, but becoming a permanent fixture in her life, in my heart. And it just felt like she was me to teach me and mold me into the woman I am now today. Because of my now, I am independent, resourceful, and an old soul with a giving heart. In 1988, at the young age of 58, she became a full-time grandmother with me and Adam, so that my mom and dad could work. She was involved in everything we did. She woke us up for school when we didn't want to get up, with a spray bottle in cold water and the blaring shout, "Get to the bus!" So that my mom could go to work. She packed our brown bag lunches daily with the occasional blaring inside. The blaring shout, "Get to the bus!" Weird lunch sandwich, like a peanut butter and lettuce sandwich, so that my mom could go to work bologna. That's all that was around at the time. And when I get home from school and complain, she'd say, "Oh, stop it, it's food, eat it." I think in the days where I'd stay home sick from school, or just not wanting to go, I think she made it easy for me to want to stay home because I knew it would be a fun day with her. I think she'd take me somewhere and bring it to me on a breakfast tray in bed. And if I was feeling better, we'd make pillows on the sewing machine, or she'd teach me how to sew buttons, or we'd thumb through her endless binders and craft projects, try out for magazines and newspapers. She was always helping and encouraging us to create, to be artistic, inventive. Even just with greeting cards, they always had to have drawings, spoilings, and stickers on them. She never just lived in an envelope. It had to be personalized. She just never stopped doing anything. Even just with greeting cards, I loved her bedtime stories. She'd make you stretch to the headboard and footboard to get you tired. She'd tell you her story of the magic pajamas. I loved her bedtime. Then she'd wrap you tight and make a cocoon in your covers so that you couldn't move. And she'd sing a song about the little boy and the girl and the apples growing on the lilac tree. And she'd wrap you tight. If we had a sleepover at her side of the house, she'd have us eat a big spoon and little spoon in bed, and she'd wrap her long arms around us and read to us under the light of her headboard book her side of the articles from Reader's Digest. Always making, always something interesting to learn. She always wanted to teach, even if it was at every bedtime was special snack. However, you get it wrong, she wasn't always so tender. I sat next to her at the dinner table for 20 years. Her big hands and long fingers would slap me in the center of the back, and she'd yell, "Sit up straight!" My posture was very important to her. I still feel her next to me and hear her saying big hands and more. I feel myself slap me in the center of the back, and she'd yell, "Sit up straight!" I can't sum up my posture in 30 minutes. I couldn't possibly sum everything that she was to us in a few either. There are so many memories of records playing, songs, and working food, cooking, she shows that she was everything that she we didn't even know it. She was just there are so many memories of records. Later in life, she stopped calling me Vanessa and started calling me Cookie. I was mature and she imparted all of her wisdom upon me, so there were a few lessons to teach and more love to give. She was in her 90s, and she should have been frail, but she still always made her strongest type of spare folks. I'd leave her. I would leave my mom's house. I'd leave her watching TV, and I'd say, "I love you, Nana." She should have been frail, just not. And I'd stand there in the doorway, and I'd keep saying it until she was frustrated, and she would yell it back just to appease me. "Okay, okay, I love you, I love you." And then she'd burst out laughing at herself at my need to hear it back. Until she was frustrated, she was quiet in the house. That's how she, "Okay, okay, I love you, I love you." And then she reached out and was just an observer. She observed life, people, things, and her brain was always working out ways to be of service, to be involved, to help. And then my memories of her will always be about her telling me what to do, how to do it, her telling me she loved me, or listening to my mother, or to straighten my head as she was cutting my hair, or putting it up for some dance. As I go on in life, I'll always hear her out and share. And if it's not giving me advice or telling me to sit straight ahead, then I'm definitely be her asking for favorite question. What's for dessert? That's it. Thank you all for coming and honoring her memory with us. I appreciate it so much. And if it's not giving me advice or telling me to sit straight ahead,
Thank you, Adam and Vanessa, Cookie, for those beautiful comments.
Thank you all for coming.
So I'd like to read this poem, almost responding to what you shared. It would be your Nana's response. Don't grieve for me, Adam and Vanessa, Cookie, for now I'm free. I'm following the path God laid for me. I took God's hand when I heard God call. Almost I turned my back to what I left it all. I could not stay another day to laugh, to love, to work or play. Task left undone must stay that way. I found that place at the close of day. If my parting has left a void, God laid, then fill it with God's hand when I heard God call. A friendship shared, I left it all. A laugh, a kiss, I yes, these things. Another day to laugh, to love, to work. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. I wish you the sunshine of tomorrow. Close of day. My life's been full. I savored much. Good friends, good times, a loved one's touch. Perhaps my time seemed all too brief. A laugh, a kiss, all used in the now, with undue grief. Be not burdened with times of sorrow. Lift up your heart. I wish you and share with me. God wanted me now. God set me full. I saved free. Good friends, good times. Let us rise for our two my traditional prayers. A laugh, a kiss, all used in the now. The first being the Il Muriel, prayer of your heart, and share with me. God wanted me now. God saved me. Il Muriel, free. Shochain Bam Romi, friends. Good time. I'm in say Manunas Ralas Avar Kanve Tuhash Pina Lenishmat Muriel Gestman. First being Halakha Baal Harakamim Yitzror Yitzror HaChaim God and me Nishmata Adonai Na Yamalachim V'Tanua V'Shalom. I'm in saying of O God full of compassion, thou who dwellest on high, grant perfect rest unto the soul of our beloved Muriel, Nana, Vicky, who has departed from this world. What a mercy, bring her into your presence and let her soul be bound up in the bond of eternal life. Be thou her possession, and may she rest in peace. May they rest in peace together. And we say, Mickey, who has departed, I conclude now with the Kaddish prayer, which is actually a praise of God, your presence, and let her soul be bound. Thank God for the life that we have known, for the many years we share in peace. May they rest in Yidgadal, Yid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah. The Almighty Ra Hirute V'Yamle Kol V'Chaye Kol V'Yomei Kol V'Chaye Zechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, Idisman, Karif, Yimru, thank God for the light. Shemera, Barak, Le'olam, Olamei, Omaya. Yitbarach, V'yishtabat, Yit'ar, V'yitramah, V'yinaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitalel, V'yitalel, Shmei, Kushah, Hayekal, V'yomekal, V'yikol, V'yirchata, V'shirata, Tushbrakata, V'nehemata, Da'amiran, V'yomal, V'yomal, Le'olam, Olamei, Yehei Shalom, O'Rava, V'Shemaya, V'chayim, Aleinu v'yalchol Yisrael v'yimadar v'yitalel Shmei Kosha Shalom v'Mamad Elah v'yikol v'yirchata v'shirata Tushbrakata v'nehemata. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. Yehei Shalom O'Rava v'Shemaya v'chayim Aleinu v'yalchol Yisrael v'yimadar May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. Yehei Shalom O'Rava v'Shemaya v'chayim Aleinu v'yalchol Yisrael v'yimadar May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. Yehei Shalom O'Rava v'Shemaya v'chayim Aleinu v'yalchol Yisrael
Not even close. Look, there's a Charlie one for Mitch. Over the years, you watched me in your house. Not even close. Charlie one for Mitch. Over the years, you watched me in your house. Well, that's the thing.